welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but we're currently in the middle of Vlogmas, so we're uploading back-to-back videos all month. So I'm very excited for today's video. Today's video is going to be a bit of a different one. I'm testing out a new brand that I haven't tried before, but I've had the products from them for good 6 months now, and I've just not got around to trying them. So I thought, you know what, we'll try it in today's video. So if you guys want to watch this, want to see my honest review and opinion, bit of a first impressions, putting the items on my face, and make sure you stick around. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment, and make sure you do click that subscribe button because it's free and it helps us out a lot. But other than that, let's get started with today's video. So as I said, I haven't actually tried this brand before, and the brand that we're going to try today is Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is a bit more of a high-end brand than we'd normally go for with our Beauty Bay, our Revolution, things like that. But the palette that I wanted to try specifically is the Amrizzy Palette. I'll write how you spell it on screen for you guys, but I don't exactly know how to pronounce this, but I think it's like Amrezy, I'm not sure. But this is what the palette looks like. It is beautiful, but then when we open this palette up, it just gets better from here. You guys are not ready for this. This is packaging that if I had a palette, this is what my palette would look like. Like, this is genuinely beautiful packaging. I just can't get over it. I have 7 different Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that I got last year, and I couldn't decide which one to film, and then I got this one out of the package and I saw all the glitter on it and I was like, this one. It has to be this one. I just saw it and I'm sorry, but it's just ridiculously beautiful. It's got pink and white glitter on it that's got like a duochrome effect of like blue and purple sparkles. Like, it's beautiful. So this is the palette, and it's a little bit bigger than your average Anastasia Beverly Hills palette because this is the palette I've got here, but then this is the average size of them. It's the same width and height, it's just the length. You've got like an extra like pan of colours down there. So that's what it looks like. I'm just excited, so I want to open this up. And I've never used this palette before. Like I said, I haven't actually used any of their products before. I've done a bit of a swatch, but that's it. But this palette I haven't swatched at all. The brush just fell on the floor, but this is what the palette looks like. From my first impressions by just looking at the palette, I feel like it's very overpriced. That might just be me. I don't want to like slate the brand as soon as I've opened the palette, but it's just a case of this palette's supposed to be £52. Like, it's nice and it's pretty. Personally, the layout isn't for me. I know this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills layout, but personally it's not really for me because I just feel like you don't get as much in them. Like, this palette compared to, for example, one of my Forever Flawless by Revolution palettes, like, if you see what I mean, like the size of the pan. My personal preference is these kind of pans because you get more of each shade in there compared to this one, you don't get as much. But we haven't actually tried it out yet, so we're going to give it a go. So I'm just going to do a few swatches. I'm not going to do like full swatches of the palette. I'm just going to do a few just to test out and get kind of vibes off the palette, what everything's like. So I'm just going to do the New Yorker shade, which is this kind of mustardy one. It's quite nice. There's this one called Semsa, which is a really nice kind of like nudie brown. I want to try this Yugo shade, which is like a maroony purple burgundy shade. Ooh, okay. I like that. I felt those two shades would go really nicely together. And then, do you know what? We're going with the glitter for the last one. I want to try the shade Gemini. It's a really nice gold glitter. That one's really creamy. That is a really creamy glitter. Okay. That glitter is beautiful. It's like a sheen that just goes across. That shade is really nice. It's that burgundy shade. The kind of brown nude would definitely go with that burgundy. The first yellow shade, if I'm honest, isn't very pigmented, so you can't even see it on my hand. But you're not going to win them all. So I'm going to get started and put things on my face now. I have used an eye primer, but I think I might prime my eyes again just because I've got like that blemish there. And I feel like it's been a little while since I actually did it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to use my Beauty Bay eye primer because it's incredible. It's my new absolute favourite. I do love a good P. Louise, but I was very blown away by this, and I've been using it literally every single day. So I'm going to go in with the shade OG, which is this really nice hot pink shade. I feel like I haven't done a hot pink look in a while, and it's a really pretty shade. Not sure how pigmented it is, so I don't want to grab too much but then I don't want to grab not enough product. So I've just got some on my 306 Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to start to apply this through my crease. Okay, that's quite pretty. It's not as vibrant and bright as I thought it was going to be, which is quite a good thing. So that means that we can kind of like build it up as we go along, and it's not just like a really intense colour straight on my eyeballs. So I'm going to go in with that again and just start to build this up, do it on my other lid too. I just don't really know where we're going with this yet, but I'm sure we'll work it out. I kind of fancied putting a bit of yellow in there, but I'm not sure how pigmented that yellow is. Like, I just don't think it's going to show up as well, so I feel like, is it pointless going in with the yellow? Now that that pink is pretty much all applied where I want it to be, I'm going to go in with a different colour now, and I think I'm going to go in with the darker colour, which is called Yugo, and it's this shade here, which is like a bit darker than the pink, and I just felt like it'd be a nice kind of darker contrast to blend it in with. So that's what we're going to go in with next. So I'm going to use another Real Techniques brush for this, and I'm just tapping into that shade, and I'm just going to start to apply little bits of this right into my outer corner. If I'm honest, it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. Like, it's dark, but it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. Like, compared to the pink, they look drastically different in the pan, and on my eye, they don't look that different. So we are going to do a little bit of blending out now, just to make it look a little bit neater, and I'm just going to use this Morphe Live With Love brush. I'm tapping into the shade Wasted, which is the kind of like creamy white shade from the palette, and I'm just going to start to blend this out. It is quite a nice transition, it's just not as drastic as I'd hoped for. Like, it looked a lot more dramatic with the two different colours in the pan than it does in your eyes. It's still beautiful, just not what I was going for. So I'm just going to start to neaten this up and blend it where we want it to be. Next, I'm going to go in with a bit of the shade BK, which is like a dark, it's not even a black, it's like a smoky black. It looks really nice though. So I'm going to go in with some of that, but I'm going to use a small brush. I'm using the JH39 brush from Real Techniques. It's really tiny. I'm just grabbing a little bit of that colour on the brush. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that right into my outer corner. I'm literally tapping it onto my eye. And that's it. That's all I've done with it for now. I might go in and do a bit more later on, but that's literally all I want to do. I don't want it to be intense. I just want a bit of a darker, more dramatic look right at my outer corner. Again, same thing on this eye. That's a bit more shade on that one, so I'm just going to go in with the excess on this one. It's a really good colour, if I'm honest. I quite like the smoky effect of it. It's a lot more effective than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like a grey and not really show up. But I also like that. I think that's really giving the effect that I wanted it to. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to go in and do a cut crease, because why not? It's fun and I like to play with different colours, and I want to use some shimmers too. So I'm going to go in with my pillowies for my cut crease. I'm going to use the shade Zero, which is their white one. Like I was saying earlier on, I'm really into the Beauty Base base at the moment, but that's more for a base because it's like a nude colour. When it comes to my cut crease, I'm sorry, nothing will ever beat my pillowies. It's beautiful. It's genuinely the best one I've ever found and probably ever will find. And then talking about the best, I have the most incredible cut crease brush here, the Soul Beauty one. Makes me sad every single time I say that because they're no longer with us, they're no longer around. And I'm just going to start to mark out where I want my cut crease to be. I don't think I want to go too high with it today. I think I want it to be quite a low one. So I'm just going to start to work on this and get it where I want it to be. This is how my cut crease is looking, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let it dry for a minute, and then I'm going to apply some of that pink around again just to get that cleaner look where the cut crease is, just to get where we've messed it up a little bit, like it's a little bit messy up here. And then I'm going to move this bit down here as well and just make sure it's a little bit tidier before we move on to the next step. So I've neatened up my eyes a little bit now, and this is what they're looking like. I want to go in with that dark colour again. So I'm just going to grab this brush here from Real Techniques. It's one of my favourites. It's the 310 brush. And I'm going in with that Yugo shade mixed with the tiniest bit of the black on top. And I'm literally just tapping this right onto my outer corner. Okay, that's definitely picked up more of the black than it has the Yugo. So I'm going to go back in with Yugo and just tap this into my outer corner. I want my first third, well, my outer third of both eyes just to be the shadow. So I'm just going to go over on my other lid and do the same thing. Just tapping over that there. I wish I had like a smaller brush that was like this amount of fluffiness, but to be a lot smaller so I can just get into those little bits that I want to get into. Oh, I just put myself in the eye. That was not fun. So now I've done that, I'm going to grab another fluffy brush a bit similar to that one. I think I got this one here. This is the 301 brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to go in the shade OG again. And I'm just going to blend that around the outside edge just to make sure I've got a nice blend there and we've not lost it with any like mucky kind of colours, any darkness. And then same thing over here, just nice little wash of colour, nice little blend. Okay, so I do like that. I just feel like we've kind of lost the brightness in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit more of that P. Louise base. I'm just going to go over it a little bit here where I feel like we've definitely lost that colour, because that's really not what we want to happen. But I want to grab like a tiny amount. Using the exact same Soul Beauty brush, which is incredible. Every time, every single time, it just does the job. And I'm just going to go over this really quickly again, just to make sure I'm happy with the positioning before we move on to the glitter. Because I'm very excited about the glitter. Okay, so that's just a bit further out now, which is where I want it to be. I'm just going to do the same on this one so they don't look odd. Okay, so this is now how it looks. A lot more even now, a lot brighter, which is what we want and what we like. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick a couple of glitters, I think. So there's a few in here that are really calling my name. I think I'm going to go for the lighter ones for my inner corner, or maybe a gold for my inner corner. That might be kind of cute. I'm going to look at the shade Cupcake because this one is really calling to me. So this is what Cupcake looks like. It's a beautiful pink. I could use this on like the center of my lid maybe. That'd be kind of cute. And then there's two look very similar. Oh, that was very creamy. There was a lot of like fallout with that when I was taking that out of the pan then. I feel like I might have been a little bit too rough with that. So the second one here is the Anastasia one, which is very thick and creamy. And the third one there is Barb, which I think is really pretty. I think I'm going to use this one here as my inner corner shimmer, and then these two on my lid. So I'm just going to start with a little bit on my inner corner because it's all over my finger. Okay, that is beautiful, but I've definitely got way too much product out. But I just didn't expect the shimmers to be as crumbly as that. Like, they look nice and they look pigmented, but I did not think I'd get that much product off them. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of the pink one on. Do you know what? I feel like we don't need the bright pink shimmer. Like, it's beautiful, but I feel like it might ruin the look. Okay, I'm going to put a small bit on, but I don't want a lot on. Oh, no, that is actually pretty. Okay, no, that is really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the dark pink instead of the other one. So I'm using that over the top. And that's what it is looking like. Now I've used that over the top, and then I'll use like a white right in my inner corner to make it really pop. So it's a little bit of a cheat taking a shade from a different palette. But I'm taking this shade here from the Wild Animal Integrity palette, and I'm just going to apply some of this on my lid in the very corner. I'm not sure if it'll do it. Okay, it's definitely brightened it up a little bit. I'm not sure how much, but it's definitely brightened it up. I might just need a couple of layers of this to kind of get that blend going a little bit more. I know it's a bit of a cheat using a different colour from a different palette, but it's just pretty, and that's what we want, a pretty eye look. So I'm just going to go back in with my 310 brush, and I'm going to grab the Anastasia palette. I'm going to go in with the shade OG again, but I'm not grabbing too much, just want a little bit of that. And then I'm just going to make sure that the blend around here is okay. I'm just going over it again. I like to keep going over it just to make sure I've not lost any of the colours, and just so the blend is quite blended. And I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. I do love this look. I'm also going to use it as my lower lash line as well. I do love this look, although I wish that the white was a little bit whiter on the inner corner and was just a bit brighter, because it's pretty, but I feel like it could be prettier if that white was just a little bit more intense. Maybe if I go in with the tiniest bit of that black again, and use that really small brush and use that tiniest bit of black again, just maybe build up that outer corner. Might make it a little bit more intense. But I might just have to mix it with other palettes because it's gorgeous. It just doesn't have the shades in there that I want, if that makes sense. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm just not 100% sure about it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of mascara, make sure that this is all finished and neat, and then we'll be back for the final look. I just used a quick coat of my Primark mascara, and honestly, it has definitely made my eyes pop a little bit more. I also stuck a little bit on the inner corner of my eyes of the Revolution Foul Frenzy Hybrid palette. I used the shade down here. It's a super creamy kind of foil, and it is so gorgeous, and it really has made the eyes pop a little bit more, and I absolutely do love this look. I think it's quite out there. It definitely stands out, but it's so pretty. And my overall review on the palette, packaging is an absolute 10 out of 10. The brush, I'm not 100% sure because I have tried the brush from another palette, and the brushes are all identical in the palettes, and the brush from the other palette is literally disintegrating. Like, the bristles are just coming out in like lumps. I'm so careful with my brushes. I really do take good care of them, but if you can see, like, the bristles are literally just coming out in lumps. Like, there's so many just falling out. I've used this brush like 2, maybe 3 times, and they're genuinely just coming out in clumps, which you wouldn't expect from like a £52 palette to have a brush in it. And the hair's just like literally coming out in clumps. This side's been really good. This has been great for applying my cut crease and things like that. This side, no, I do not like it. I haven't had any problems with the new brush yet, but I haven't actually used the new brush properly. But the one that I used from a different palette, I would not rate the brush at all. I don't think it's great quality. The palette itself, however, there's a couple of shades in here that I don't think are great. And for £52, you'd think you'd get, you know, nearly every single shade in here would be perfect. So, I don't know, I've got a bit of a mixed review on the palette. I feel like some of these shades are absolutely beautiful. The shade Leo looks stunning, and look at the pigmentation. Literally a small swatch, and the pigmentation is insane. Some of them, like the New Yorker one, the pigmentation just really let me down on that. I thought it was going to be better than it was, so I'm not 100% sure if that's just me being a bit picky. But for example, the black shade was absolutely beautiful, the pink shade was absolutely beautiful, the shimmers are ridiculously pigmented. So overall, I love the palette. Is it £52 worth of good? In my honest opinion, probably not, but I don't spend that amount of money on palettes. I spend like £1, £2 on these palettes because I got them in a resale. But then normally I'd spend like up to £15–20 on a palette, and that is like my maximum. But that just depends on people's disposable income, how much money you guys have actually got to spend on palettes, things like that. But that is my overall review of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I probably will review a couple more at some point because I've got, I think, 7 in total, maybe 8. So I want to be able to review them all and let you guys know what they're like. But that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for me. Leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section down below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!